Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of PoducateMe.
Hi everyone. Hello, hello.
All right, so earlier we were talking about actually just some like fun things, and we're
hmm
making plans, a lot of plans in the future about like what what other fun like little activities or events or adventures do we want to go on with our little group of friends. And we actually wanted to talk to you guys and recommend some really fun things that we have done in and around the city,
Uh-huh.
that are like very different, and it's such a nice like nice little activities that we all do together, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like usually when you get together with your friends, I assume it's either like going out for food or drinks or having some drinks at home.
Yeah,
I mean, that's great.
we do
We
that
we
too.
don't say that it's not great. We love that too, but from time to time you want to bring in something special to
Yes.
your get-togethers, and
Yes.
today we prepared for you the list of some activities that we have done. And actually, that would be nice for maybe we can hear some of the recommendations from you
Oh
guys.
yes, we're always looking for stuff
Yes,
to add
yes.
to our list. Like we
Mhm.
actually, with our friend group, we have a list of, I guess, like bucket list things that we want
Yes.
to all like do together as a group. And so we have been kind of slowly crossing things
Yeah,
off.
we've been very good with
We've been
this
very good with
actually.
it. Yeah, yeah.
hmm
So, what's the first one we want to talk about?
Let's talk about Activate. Let's talk about
Yes.
Activate because apparently not a lot of people do know about it. Like in my
Really?
group of friends, when I tell them about Activate, they're like, "What is this?" Like they've
Really?
never heard about it.
Okay, okay. So
hmm
actually, like I had been to Activate a couple of times before I went
hmm
with you guys. I went a couple of times with some other friends of mine, and it was just so much fun. And I think when I brought it up to you guys, you're like, "Oh, it's already on our list,"
It is.
right?
Alina has been to Activate
Yes,
before and she told us about it. We put it on the list, but it was never done until
yes,
that time when we actually did that.
yeah. So we've actually already gone a couple of
Yes.
times, right? So
Uh-huh.
what is Activate?
So, Activate is an amazing game experience with games that you have to play with your body. You have to be actively playing them, jumping, running, pressing some buttons. But what I love about this that they incorporate amazing technology, like I don't want to say like computer technology, but maybe I don't know, like electronic technology. So everything is connected. Whenever you like press the button, something happens there. There are lights
Yeah.
and like all of that stuff. But I guess that what we can do, maybe we can tell about like some of our favorite games.
So, just a little bit of background with Activate. Basically, when you book for a specific time and you have access to the entire place for a certain period of time, like an
Mm-hmm.
hour and a half or 2 hours. And within this place, there are different rooms.
With different
And
games,
each of
yep.
the rooms have different games and different challenges. So, for example, some of the popular ones, or do you want to just talk about our favorite ones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can talk
Okay.
about our favorite ones. I wanted to talk about the grid, especially like the big grid
There's
or the
grid and there's
huge
mega grid.
mega. Yes,
Yes.
the mega grid. So I did mega grid. I told you when I went with my Tobico friends somewhere in Mississauga for
Hmm.
Activate. So what is this? Like this is a huge room, and on the floor you have tiles. Not very big tiles. Well, you can stand there like, and that's it. Like not a lot of space around. And those tiles, they light up with different colors. And depending on the number of players that are in the room, you will hear the voice telling you that you have to step on, let's say, red tiles. And so the floor lits up with like all of the white tiles and just six, let's say there are six people in the room, six red tiles, but they are placed all over the place. So they're not all together and you have to run and you have to stand there. You have like 5 seconds that you have to like cover the tiles.
Yeah. And one thing to mention with each room, there's actually different games and different levels. So what you were talking about in the grid or the mega grid is one game.
Yes.
But there's
And the
other ones,
beginning level.
yes. And there are
Mhm.
other games where, for example, in the same room, like uh you can have each person is assigned a tile, but there's also ones where you just have to like all together step on a certain color before the
Uh-huh.
time is up. Or there's like red ones that you're not allowed to touch.
Yeah.
So it's almost like the floor is lava type of game. You know, have
Uh-huh.
you ever played the floor is
Yes.
lava? Okay. So it's like a floor is lava type of game. And every time you pass or you succeed, your level goes up. So you can go up, up, up a level. And the great thing about these games is it actually keeps track of your score. So
Yes.
anytime you come back, you just build and build and build more score, your
Mhm.
higher score, and there's like different levels where you can get merch and stuff like
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
Um, we've gotten some
It's
merch, yeah,
it's a lot of fun, and what Hannah said, like you're giving like a special watch.
yeah,
Like it's not a watch, it doesn't have like the
like a
face with
band,
the, it's just like a band, and you use it to like enter the rooms,
yeah,
and you have your not like character's name, you have your like name
ID,
or whatever ID. Yeah, and it collects the points for
yes.
you.
So
It's a lot of fun.
before you enter the room, you scan it, you choose the game that you want to
Uh-huh,
play,
the
and you
level.
choose the level. So
Yes.
Mega Grid is one of your
Yes,
favorites.
and once you enter the room, you as a group, you have like 5 hearts as like lives, and every time that you fail to do the challenge, to complete the challenge that the room gives you, or that the objective of the game, you lose the hearts.
Yeah, yeah,
And so eventually you can either win or you can die as a team. And so for Mega Grade, the one that I was talking about, it's just like the beginning level. And then Hannah mentioned that sometimes you need to like, there are tiles that you cannot step on. And what I also like is there is one game where you have to run across the entire room to press the button on the opposite wall. And then again, like you have this huge floor and they tell you like don't step on the red tiles, and it's not that it lit up and it stays the same, so it changes. So
yeah,
as you're running you have to watch like where
yeah,
you're
yeah.
stepping.
It sounds complicated when we're explaining it, but like once you're actually in the room, it's a very simple game, very easy to follow. It's
Uh-huh.
very like intuitive, I would say. Like you kind of understand how to play the game very quickly. One of my favorite games is I don't know the name, but it's the one where everybody has their own little thing to stand on,
Oh,
and there's a few different tasks that you have to do, and usually
controls.
controls. And it's like
It's
this.
sorry, it's the name of the game.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So basically, you, I think a lot of the time you can play competitively with your friends. So all of the games you can actually play as a team or you can compete against your
Hmm.
friends. This one is fun when you compete against your friends. So everybody stands on their own little like colored or sensed tiles, and there are a couple of different things that you can do. So there's buttons in front of you. And for example, one of the tasks is you choose the direction. So it's up, down, left, right.
Hmm.
So you just do it in the order that appears in the screen before you. Another one is like you have to run on the spot as fast as possible to reach the top,
Uh-huh.
basically, of the screen. And then it basically just goes and goes and goes. And of you and all the people that are playing, there's like a winner, second place, third place, fourth place. I really like doing it just because it reminds me of like, like little logic games or puzzles or things like
Uh-huh.
that. And that's kind of something that I'm really into.
It
So I
is a lot
really
of fun.
love that
And
game.
very active, very active. You have
Very
to
active.
run in one place, or you have to like do
Jump.
those like hops, like little hops
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
to reach the top.
Oh, another one that I really love is
The
the
tower, the eye.
eye. Is it
Yes.
what's it called?
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
remember. Watch some. No, not
I
watch.
don't remember the name. Anyway, it's a huge eye in the middle of the room. And
Sorry.
oh,
The
sorry,
eye is
on
on
one side of the
walls.
room.
On all the 4 walls, there are eyes.
Depends on the level. Depends on the level. Because the easy level, there's only one.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, like they are on, but it can appear on different
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
sides of the walls.
And so on the walls, you have numbers that appear. And basically, you have to. So, one of the games in this room is you basically just have to hit the number on the walls in ascending order. So, one, two, three, four, five. But after a certain period of time, there's a warning that the eye is coming. And so there's like a beep, beep, beep,
Hmm.
beep, 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 beep. And then when the eye shows up, there is a you have to hide behind this huge pole that's in the
In the
middle of
middle
the
of
room.
the room.
So
Yeah.
basically, you have to avoid the eye seeing you, and then it kind of watches the room for a couple of seconds, and then it goes away, and then you have to keep hitting the numbers until you get to the highest number. That
Yeah.
one's really fun because it's a lot of like communication. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to like call out to your team members like I've got one, who has two, where do you see three, like this type of thing. It's
And
a
as
really fun
the
game.
complexity of the level grows,
Yeah.
you have to do the same thing, but the numbers don't go like 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5. They go like 15, 17, 21. And then you're like, who has 18?
Yeah.
There's no 18.
And it goes faster and faster as the levels
Mm-hmm.
go higher. That one's a really fun one. There's so many fun
And it's
ones.
one, sorry, we also made a connection that it's kind of like a red light, green light from
Squid
Squid
Games.
Games. Yeah, because the eye is scary. It's like the huge eye on the wall.
Yeah.
And it's like when it starts blinking and like turning red, and
Panic.
it's like panic,
Yeah.
hide,
Yeah.
hide.
There's so many other fun games there. There's layers, the laser one
Oh,
where
the
you have to
laser
avoid
one.
the lasers. There's
And the one,
asteroids.
sorry, also with the lasers, there is the one where you have to like the Mission Impossible
Yeah,
through like
avoid the
the grid.
lasers. Yeah.
But another one with the lasers where you have to actually shoot aliens
Oh
with
yeah,
laser
yeah,
guns.
yeah,
Yeah, so they give you the guns, and there's like the huge screen, and there are like whatever aliens or whatever
yeah,
thing.
yeah. But overall, it's like really fun, really active. Of
Yeah,
course, with the name Activate, you would
exactly.
need
And the
it.
asteroids, the one that you
Yeah,
mentioned, I love the
you throw balls
asteroids.
and you have to try and destroy the asteroids that are coming towards you. Um, there's so many fun ones there. I haven't been in a
Yeah.
while. We have to go back.
We have to go
So
back.
much fun.
Yeah. There are a couple locations in Toronto. One is at what, Stockyards? All the way like down the St. Clair where we went last time. Then there is another one in Mississauga. There's one in Scarborough. And they're promising to open one at Yonge and Eglinton, but apparently it's not happening
We have
yet.
yet to find it. It's
Yes,
somewhere hidden
yes.
away.
But it's a lot of fun, guys. And
Yes.
it's not super expensive. It costs like $27, I guess,
Yeah. Yeah.
plus tax.
Yeah. Yeah.
Highly recommend. Go enjoy.
Yes. Something else that is on our bucket list is escape rooms. I mean, I think as a group, we've done one escape room
Yeah.
so far.
Mm-hmm.
I've done many.
Yeah, Hannah is an experienced.
It's a big hobby of mine. I have another group of friends that I like to do escape rooms with. I also go with my siblings, and I've probably done in my life. I want to say close to 100 escape rooms.
Okay,
I would
so
say.
soon you will be able to rate them.
I well, I don't know, but I know this because I have a friend who keeps track of
Uh-huh.
how many escape rooms she's done, and she has done over 100. And I do a lot of escape rooms with her, so I would say I'm probably close to 100.
Cool.
But we did do one the other day
It was a
in
huge one.
Toronto, in
Yeah.
Toronto, and it was called Dream Portal. And it was really interesting. It was like a fantasy world or like a fairy tale forest that
It
we
was
were
a
in.
fairy tale forest,
Yeah.
and there was an evil witch who was bullying the inhabitants of that forest,
Yeah.
different like creatures.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was cool because when we went there, there was like voices telling us like, "Oh, help us! Like the witch like did this, blah blah blah." And then they would give us a puzzle that we had to solve.
Yeah.
It was
And
a lot of
so,
fun.
the way that escape rooms generally work is there is some sort of a story there, and good escape rooms, they will start with kind of one main area. Like you will kind of understand you have one
Mhm.
clue that you have to solve. Once you solve that, it leads you to the next clue. So I feel like this room did a really good job with that. Like we weren't lost really at any
Yeah.
point. It was more we understood that we had to solve like this puzzle in this area. It was more solving it. I think there was the one where we all had to like hold hands.
Yeah, there was a fun. So there was a tree in the middle of the main area.
Yeah.
So the first puzzle was we had to like re position the branches of the tree so they were removable. We had to remove them and like place them like keys, kind of,
Yeah.
to open another door. And then once the door to the second room was opened, there were some vines that dropped from the tree, and we were like, okay, whatever, like some kind of a mechanism. And then we went in another room, and then we found a puzzle, that we had to do something with the vines. And there was something about holding hands. And we were trying like to take the vines and like connect them to whatever, but they were too short to do that. And then at some point we were like, Alina and I, we were just joking and we were like holding hands and like, yeah, look at us. We're like two idiots just holding hands. But it turned out that that was the
That's
thing.
what you had to do. Like one person had to hold one end of the vine. We all had to hold hands to the other room and
Yeah.
hold the other end of the vine, and that's
Uh-huh.
how we solved that
Yeah.
puzzle. But it was really, really fun, that
It
one.
was really
Yeah.
fun. And one of the things we had to do, remember the musical mushrooms? There
Yes.
were a lot of mushrooms throughout the main room, and they were like pretty big.
Yeah.
And then it turned out that like once you touch the head of the mushroom, it makes a certain sound, like a note. And then we were played a melody. It's like a very simple melody, and we had to like recreate the melody playing on the mushrooms.
Yeah, yeah. It was really fun. There was a good variety of the types of puzzles,
Uh-huh.
and it really followed kind of the storyline really well. And I feel like there were it the difficulty level was good,
Yeah,
you
it
know?
was really
Like it
good.
wasn't impossible for us to like we weren't
Exactly.
lost at any time
Mm-hmm.
really. We kind of knew around where we what we had to do, and it wasn't too easy, you know? Like I felt like it was a really, really fun.
There
That
was
place was
a
really fun.
yeah, there was a challenge to
Yes.
it.
Yes. But we definitely have to it's been too long. We definitely have to do another one soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh another thing
Whew.
that we have been doing recently,
Yeah, we
we've
discovered it pretty
we've gone
recently.
twice in the past month. Like month or 2 months or something.
That's how much we liked it.
These so it's VR games. Okay, so first of all, I know VR games have been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I think I went to my first VR game back in like 20, I want to say like 2018, twenty
What?
nineteen. Yeah, because I know, yeah, it was definitely like 2018, 2019. And when I went before, it was basically like, you know, the VR glasses, like goggles?
Mm-hmm.
It was basically that. So you just rent them out because I think at that time they were too expensive for people to own.
Mm-hmm.
Although nowadays, like
Yeah.
so many people own these like VR glasses. But you would go to a VR room, they had different games, and you just play with the VR glasses, and then you would have like controllers.
Mm-hmm.
So you just play with the controllers. But
Exactly.
they had different games, like robot games, and they had ones where you're like swimming under the sea or you're on a roller
Or
coaster,
like some sport games like
sports,
tennis.
things like that. Yeah. But the technology has really improved since the last time I went to a VR game. So, do you want to tell us
Yes,
about the first one we
I
went to?
just want to make a little note that I was introduced to this whole like VR thing this year, actually,
Yeah.
in spring, or it was sometime. Anyway, so it was this year in spring, like half a year ago. My friend bought himself VR goggles
Hmm.
to play car racing games, and it was the first time when I tried them on, and I was just mind blown by like the image and how your brain, like by the input that your brain is given, you're like, oh my God, I'm standing on a cliff in
Yeah.
the, I don't know, end of the world. And like what you see, how clear the image is, and like the input and the visual input, and your body freaks out. Your
Yeah.
body freaks out because you think, your brain thinks that you really are somewhere else. And again, like the sense of space, because you're staying in a small room, but then your brain sees that you are standing somewhere like, I don't know, in a different planet, and you're like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So but with the VR games that we attended, it was a whole different level. So we got to the venue. It's a huge territory, like an open, I mean, it's on the ground floor of a condo, but it's like empty, and there are just like kind of a cubicles, just like separate rooms. So you're taken to a room, which is pretty spacious. And they have fans all over the walls. We'll tell you why they need fans. And then they put on the vest, special
So,
vest on you.
I think one thing about how it's changed since the last time I've been to one of these places is the equipment. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
just the
Mm-hmm.
glasses. You get headphones and mics so you can talk to the
Mm-hmm.
people that you're playing with. Like you said, you have a vest, and the vest actually vibrates.
Yes, if
So
you're being
shot at,
shot or like, I don't
touched,
know,
or whatever in that case,
attacked.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's very immersive.
Very immersive.
You also get these little like kind of bracelets. I don't know how you would explain them, but they're sensors basically for your hands and your feet.
Mm-hmm.
So the movements that you're making in the VR game, um, it's being sensed. So you can move, and your avatar, I guess, is also moving in the exact same way
Yeah.
as you,
Yeah.
right?
And also the cool stuff, the first game that we did, but I assume that probably they do it for all of the
Yeah.
games. So the first game that we were playing was called a Rebel Moon. And we were a team of rebels, and we had to sabotage some operation of some bad guys to blow up a refinery or something like that. So we had weapons.
Yeah.
First of all,
Oh, yes.
we had to choose like our avatars. We did choose them. And then they were like, choose the weapons. We're like, okay, whatever. So we choose the weapons. And they gave us a weapon, like a toy weapon. I was having a rifle or like a machine gun. And they gave it to me, like the plastic machine gun. I was like, oh my God. And Hannah chose pistols. And she actually had like two
Two guns.
pistols, two
Yeah.
guns.
Yeah. It was
It's
really cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so when the game started, do you want to talk about like when the game started?
Uh, I don't know. Like, I was just really panicked the entire time. I feel like when I'm in these sort of, you know, types of situations, because it feels so real, like I'm just in panic mode the entire time. So, the way that it started, I think we were on some sort of like a
Platform, yeah.
platform lift, and there were like boxes around us. And as we were going from like floor to floor, there would be these people that would come and attack us, right?
Uh-huh.
And you had to basically shoot at them, and you could kind of like duck behind the boxes. And yeah, I think it was I don't know, I can't remember like really the storyline,
The
but
storyline, we just had to like shoot at
shoot
them,
at them.
and then there was like this thing that we had to blow up that we eventually get to it, and we had to like
Yeah,
constantly like shot at it while like shooting bad guys who were shooting at us.
yeah, yeah,
But the thing, sorry, at the very beginning, when we were dropped off for our mission, we were standing on this platform and we were being given instructions and what we have to do. And then suddenly this platform just like drops. And we're just like going down. And the lady who was giving us instruction, our chief or whatever, she's like, oh my God, I don't know what happened. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, get out of there, get out of there. And like the panic starts. So this platform
I forgot about this
moves
part.
very quickly down, like it's basically falling down. And at this point, they turn on the fans. So you can, like, you, not your avatar, you can physically feel the wind as if you're actually like falling. And all together, these physical sensations with like the visual input, your brain is just like, we're gonna
Yeah.
die, we're falling.
And there was a point,
Insane.
wasn't there a point where the platform that we were on like
Yes,
split?
it
So we
split.
couldn't be standing in the middle. We had to like
Uh-huh.
run from side to side to
Uh-huh.
avoid it. And I think at one time, one of the people that were attacking us fell on me, and they could
We
like
killed him.
we can see each other, right? So they look over, and I'm just crouching, and there's some guy on top, and they're like, "Oh my God, where are you,
Yeah,
Hannah?" and
it was
shooting.
so much fun.
Yeah,
And so in this game, it was fun because the guys are shooting at you. And as Hannah mentioned before about the vests, so if you're being hit or shot, your vest vibrates. So you know that you have to duck or like shoot back.
yeah,
And if you die in the game, you would automatically respawn in like 5 seconds.
yeah.
But that was different in a second game. We'll tell you about it in a second. But it was a lot of fun. We were just like, what is
Yeah.
happening? We had so much fun. But it's also scary. I was saying it like all the way that how easily it is to manipulate your brain. That like one part of your brain knows that we're just playing a game, it's not real, none of it is real, but the other part of your brain is just freaking out
Yeah.
because it feels like you are there. And like because when someone's shooting at you, and your vest vibrates and you feel like, oh my God, someone's like really attacking me. It's
Yeah.
crazy, like
Yeah.
the sensations.
It
Oof.
really is, it feels like reality
Yeah.
at that point. It's
Mm-hmm.
really interesting and really fun. And it was a workout because of this particular game. Because we were ducking behind the boxes a
Mm-hmm.
lot, it was like we were just doing an hour of squats.
Yeah.
I could not move my legs the next day. I did not realize how much physical work it was going to take, and we didn't stretch or anything
Yeah.
beforehand. So yeah, that was really really fun.
Yeah,
And
and sorry, and you know what the funniest part is that you're being recorded as you're playing the
yeah,
game. So then in the end, you can see, and we actually have videos. We'll embed a couple, right, to show how it was. And then when you watch the video, it's so funny because they have like one where you have back to back, not back to back, one on top of each other. So one video shows what's happening in the game, like you as avatars, like actually like shooting bad guys, and the other video shows like what is happening in the reality at the
yeah,
same exact moment. And this is so much fun because like it's an empty room and just like three of us just like cover me, duck on the left.
yeah.
So much fun.
And one of the clips that they actually make for you is created like a trailer, a movie
Oh
trailer
yeah.
for this game, like for
Mm-hmm.
Rebel Moon. And so that's really cool.
Yeah.
They include clips of when you're actually playing, and it's a really cool experience, and you have something nice to take away
Mm-hmm.
afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Um the other one, the second one that we did at the same place, I I don't know why sometimes I'm scared. I do have more fear, I would say, than you and Roberta. Like, you guys watch scary movies. You
Mm-hmm.
guys are, I don't at all. So sometimes I wonder why I agree to these things. But the other one that we went to was a zombie one, and it was
Yeah.
called Deadwood Phobia.
Uh-huh.
And basically, the whole premise was they're zombies. Basically, zombies or people have turned into zombies, and the
Mm-hmm.
zombies are attacking us. And it was different. It was very different, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
from the first one. Also very immersive, but you're in this like abandoned
Laboratory or
hospital or
hospital?
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing with this one is they were coming from all sides. And so for most of the game, I think all three of us kind of had our backs to each other because we were
Mm-hmm.
all kind of like uh taking care, I would say, of like
Mm-hmm.
one side of the room, right? The room.
Mm-hmm.
And these zombies were fast. And not only were they fast, they would come directly up
Yeah.
to you. The first game that we went to, there was like a distance. They
There
were
was a
shooting at us from a
distance. They would
distance.
not like coming except for that one guy who fell on Hannah.
Yeah, that was really random.
Yeah, so these guys again.
Okay.
Ooh. Um, so the zombies, not only so why were they coming like so close to you? Because to damage us, they
Yes.
had to actually like scratch us or like bite us. So they couldn't do it from the
Yeah.
distance. And they were just like there was a swarm of them, like so many of them. And the fun thing about this game was that, as I told you in the previous game, if you die, you will respond automatically. In this game, if one of us died, we had to revive our partners, friends. You had to put like your hand on someone's shoulder. And if you see, we would normally yell something like, I'm dead, help me. But you could also see, like, if you see one of us, you would turn like blue and
Yeah.
you have like red hands on the shoulders, meaning that, like, save them, save them.
Yeah.
But I also very like how no matter how stressful the situation was, we were always like have time to say thank you. When someone revives you, you're like, thank you so much.
That's true. We were so polite while we're fighting zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're like, I'm dead, help me, help me. And then somebody would come and save them, and we're
Yeah.
like, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Anyway, back to shooting the zombie. But there were, yeah, that one was really, it was really scary. because the zombies were actually like they were also very scary looking.
Yes.
There were some really kind of like they almost
Tall.
tall and like thin, like
Yeah.
Slender
Like
Man
slender.
types.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is really that kind of
Hmm.
thing really freaks me out. And the fact that I was so shocked when they were walking so quickly and some of them were like crawling on the
Yeah. Oh.
ground and they had glowing eyes and they would kind of like scuttle right up
Mhm.
to you, and you can feel the vest vibrating when they were attacking you. Sometimes they were like right in front of you. At one point, I look over and our friend Roberta is on the ground. She's on her back and there's just like zombies coming after her.
That was,
It was really funny. It's
yeah.
I think it's even more funny because we can all see each other.
Yeah.
So we're seeing what everybody's doing
Hmm.
and it was a lot of fun. And then we
Yeah.
also got another movie trailer out of
Yeah.
that, right?
But little note for me, at least, the initial awe of the first experience, it wasn't the same.
Mm,
So don't overdo it
don't overdo
because
it.
we went like less than a month ago.
Yeah.
And then after the first experience, we went out and we were like, oh my God, this is so awesome. And the guy was there. Well, if you guys come back within a month, we're going to give you a discount. We were like, yes, of course we're coming back.
Mhm.
But I guess that it was too early.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we still had so much fun, but it wasn't as like mind blowing as the first time we
I
did it.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, we'll have to like space them out a little bit
Yeah.
because there also aren't that many games. So we'll have to like space them
Exactly.
out so we can enjoy them more,
Uh,
right?
there is they offer actually at this place. It's called Sandbox, and they have another game is something that has to do with dragons. I guess that one would be
Yeah.
really cool. And they also have the Squid Game
A Squid Game
game.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They all look like a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to doing some of those again. Um, a couple of other things that we have on our list, like I've been to, I don't know if you've heard of Break Free. I've mentioned it to you, but
Hmm.
Break Free is kind of similar to Activate, except they also have like a bar and a cafeteria.
Yay! Sold.
So, and it's not just active games, but there are also like mind games that you can do, like logic games as well.
Hmm.
So it's the same kind of structure as Activate, where you have different rooms with different types of games. However, different games can be, for example, some can be more physical, some can be more logic puzzle types of games, others can be like little mini escape rooms that you have to escape from. And whenever you need a break, you go over to the bar, you have a drink, and
Yeah.
then you keep going.
You recharge.
Yeah, yeah, it's really fun. That place was really fun, so we definitely have to go there at some
Awesome.
point. Um, Also, yeah, a bunch of escape rooms that we have to do. There were a couple of other things that we had on our list that we wanted to do around Toronto, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, in any case, like with groups of friends, going out for dinner and some drinks is always a good time, of course. It is always fun. It's amazing to catch up.
Hmm.
But highly recommend trying some of these other like little fun things with your friends as well. They're really great like ways to keep active,
To keep active as a team building
team building,
exercises and
testing your friendship
that's
maybe.
yes, exactly. Testing your friendship and knew who would like save you from the zombies or who would be like pushing you like
Uh-huh.
"Ah!"
Uh-huh. And just like a nice change of scenery, I
Mhm.
think for you and your group of friends if you want something
Yeah.
nice to look forward to.
Yeah. Loved
Yeah.
it. That was amazing. Awesome.
All right. So, we would love to get some recommendations, or if you have also had experiences at any of these places, how did you find it? What were your experiences like? Right?
Hmm.
So don't forget to shoot us an email and let us know at eslpodukateme@gmail.com. And please follow us on our Instagram at PoducateMe.
Yep. And until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and
Podukate
educate
yourself.
yourself.